Hey, good evening, good evening. We are here on another Tuesday. Let me get going on Instagram. Yes, check that connection, honey. Yes. Good evening. We are here on another Tuesday for another Raggedy Business Report. I hope you have had a wonderful day today. I hope that your last week has been awesome. I am so excited again. Just really, really grateful for everyone who has been tuning into these Raggedy Business Reports. And we just gonna continue to spill the tea and have a good time. And I spill the tea, but then I also give you some strategy on things that you can implement in your business to keep these kinds of things that we talk about on the Raggedy Business Report from taking root in your business. Hey, Shauna, thank you for tuning in. So, tonight's report is going to be really, really brief. It's not very long, but as always, the purpose of the Raggedy Business Report is to give a little tea, but it's not just gossip and it's not just tea. I really do want you all to walk away with some things that you can implement in your business to make sure that your business is not practicing raggedy business. Because when you do practice raggedy business, it doesn't necessarily mean that your business as a whole is raggedy, but if you leave some raggedy practices unchecked, it could turn your business raggedy, and we don't want that, right? So, hey, Shauna, hey, Miss Kayla J, hey, Tamasha, thank you all for tuning in. So, for those who are new to me, unfamiliar with me, my name is Candace Washington, also known as the Client Curator, and that is because I work with CEOs to help them sustainably scale from 6 to 7 figures. And the way we do that is by increasing their client retention, by making sure that they are earning all the money from every client that they have. Because really, when you do things right and you take care of your clients, you shouldn't have to always be chasing after new clients. Really, your bread and butter is with your existing client base. And so you take care of them, they're going to keep doing business with you, they're going to send referrals to you, and all of those things. And so that is what we focus on. That is what we work on over here. And so I'm just excited to have you joining. If you are watching this on the replay, please go ahead and type replay in the comments for me. So we're going to get into this Raggedy Business Report for today, right? Okay, so for people who know me, like really know me personally, your girl is a foodie. Like, I like to eat. I like to cook. I like to eat out. You know, COVID has put a little bit of a damper on that for obvious reasons, but your girl loves food, right? I love to eat. So earlier this year, I just had a taste for some French onion soup. And I didn't really know of many places outside of a sit down restaurant where you could get French onion soup other than Panera Bread. Now, normally I don't share the name of the business, but Panera ain't gonna take no hits because of this. They doing all right. They are not a small business. And I've already shared this publicly way earlier in the year. So, you know, they're going to be all right. But so I wanted some French onion soup. So I went to Panera Bread's website. I don't know what prompted me to just go to their website and see if they were and see if they had the French onion soup still on their menu. So I went to the website. They didn't have it on their menu, right? So I was like, okay, well, let me call. Again, another thing about me, if you really know me, and for those that don't, you're going to get to know me, right? I'm a very thorough person. Like, I do my homework, I look into things, I research things, all of that. So I was like, okay, I don't see it on their website, but I really want this French onion soup. So let me call my location and see if they got it. So I called the location and they had a recording, and on the recording it listed all of their soups. Like, they went through and named all of the soups that they have, and French onion was on there. So I was like, okay, well, the website, I don't see the French onion soup on the website, but I called the location. It said that they have French onion soup. So bet, let's roll. So got in my car, drove to Panera, and wanted to order the French onion soup. And guess what? They ain't had none. So I was kind of like confused. I was like, well, I don't see it on the menu, but I called and the recording at this location said that y'all have French onion soup, so I don't really understand what's going on, right? And so the woman was like, well, ma'am, I apologize, but we don't even carry French onion soup anymore. Like, it's not even on the menu for anywhere, like any Panera location, not just this specific location. So I felt some kind of way, right? Because you know how it is when you get your mouth set for something, right? So my mouth was set for it, and I got in my car and drove to the Panera, and it's not far, but it ain't like around the corner either. Drove there, and they don't even have what I came there for. So I felt some kind of way. So I went on about my business and found somewhere else to eat. So what is the point of all of this? Businesses will update and change their offerings, their products, their policies, their procedures. They'll do all of these things on a regular basis, and that's normal. That is normal in the course of doing business. Things change. What you sell may change, what you offer may change, your policies may change. Like, that's normal. Like, that's to be expected. But where businesses fail a lot of times is to communicate those changes to their clients and customers. And so then you have people showing up to purchase things from you that you don't even sell anymore. Or you have people reaching out to you to purchase a service or to enroll in a program that you used to offer, but you don't even offer it anymore. And so you've got all of these things going, and you've made all these changes, but you haven't communicated those changes. And that can cause a lot of issues, because what did I do? I rolled on. I was like, you know what? Okay, let me figure out what else I'm gonna eat, because now my mouth has already been set, but I can't get it. So I don't even know what I want to eat anymore. But they didn't get my business, because for me, it was, okay, you're still communicating. You still have means of communication that are telling people that you have things that you no longer have. That's a problem. And so when consumers are interacting with you and your business, you have to make sure that all of your policies and procedures and all of your communication channels, all of your touch points, your landing pages, your website, any recordings that you have, all of that needs to be current. Because if it's not, people will get frustrated. They might even get upset. And then it becomes a matter of you trying to de-escalate a situation because somebody's upset that they can't get what they want. Now I didn't just go off on the people at Panera, but some people do. Some people need Jesus, and so they get a little some kind of way when things don't go their way or they can't get what they want to get. And so it's always very, very important to make sure that you are communicating all of your stuff, all of your changes immediately. As my friend and my coach, Felicia Kelly, says, asexually. Communicate every change that you make asexually, because that will cut down on the confusion. So while they had updated their website to remove the French onion soup as an offer on their website, they hadn't updated their recorded message at this particular location, and who knows however many other locations. And so that is something you always want to make sure that you are doing whenever you have changes to your offers, your products, your policies, your procedures, whatever it may be, whatever is client and customer facing. Whenever you make changes and you make updates, those have to be communicated immediately. So what I definitely recommend that you do is that you go through before any changes need to be made and make a list of all the places that need to be updated whenever you do make changes. Because I get it, like, we have all these moving parts in our businesses and all these different pages and social media profiles and hashtags and landing, all of these things. And so it can sometimes get lost on us what all needs to be updated. I know that has happened to me a few times, but one thing I've done is I've gone in when I'm not having to make any updates. I've just gone in and made a list of all of the places that I need to update with whatever information whenever I do decide to make a change to my offers or my prices or anything of that nature. Let's see. Hi, BB Law. Hi, Marsha Flemings. Thank you so much for joining. So that is the Raggedy Business Report for this week. As I told you, it's really short and sweet, but still a valuable lesson, because you don't want your customers and your clients to be put off because the communication that you have put out there in whatever form is not accurate. And so they come with an expectation of getting whatever it is that they're seeking because your communication is outdated, and then they get frustrated, and then that leads to them taking their business elsewhere and maybe never returning. You know, it's hard to get clients and customers back once they leave after a bad experience. And that was a bad experience for me because, like I said, I got in my car and I drove for a specific item that they don't even sell anymore, right? And so always keep these things in mind as you are interacting with your customers and clients. Reduce the friction, take away just you really want to make sure that you take away any obstacles that people have when doing business with you. You want to make sure that it is always as pleasant of an experience as it can be. And one way for that to happen is to be sure that you are communicating thoroughly and making sure that all of your communication is updated. So I hope this was helpful. If you'd like more information about how we can partner, how we can work together, how my team and I can help you sustainably scale your business from 6 to 7 figures, go ahead and shoot me a DM. Again, if you are watching this on a replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments for me. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, this will be uploaded to IGTV. So I just thank you so much for tuning in. Now listen, next week is another Raggedy Business Report. You already know where to be on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central. Keep in mind, this weekend time changes, okay? So keep that in mind. Make sure you update your clocks on Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning. But we are still going to be here on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central. Tell your friends and your besties and your business besties and your mom and them and some of your coaches too. Make sure that you tell them that this is where they need to be on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central as we go over these Raggedy Business Reports. And so I hope to see you again next week. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And as I always say, remember to treat people well. Good night, y'all.